What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes, and welcome to a little Wasted Wednesday action, a little Q&A. You're going to probably see maybe some packs going on in the background because there is a new team of the week out. I have no idea who's in it, and I'm actually going to be opening the packs after I do this Q&A, so not exactly in the same token. But it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I thought, hey, there's been some transfer stuff going on. The first week of the BPL season is in the books, and the other leagues have all played. We got Champions League qualification stuff going on. There's just a lot of stuff going on right now, and I thought, hey, this would be a fun thing to do. So, that's what you'll see in the background. But I told you guys to ask me on Twitter. Hit me up with your questions. Hit me up with your Qs, and I'll give you my answers. So, with that started, especially with all the announcements from Gamescom about FIFA yesterday, so I'm hoping there'll be some questions about that, but we'll see. Ethan, or at ETH211, says Xbox One or PS4. For me, probably going to be the Xbox One because I've had an Xbox Original, I've had Xbox 360. The natural progression seems to be that I would get Xbox One. However, I might try to get my little paws on a PS4 as well, and that's because of all the competitive stuff that goes on for FIFA on PS4. I'm talking the FIFA Interactive World Cup, the Virgin Gaming Tournament, stuff like that. I think it'd be fun to try to play in those this year, and to do that, I'm pretty sure I might need to get a PS4. Liam Mulryan 12 says, when will you start streaming again? That will be most likely once, actually, I'll do a few streams pre the release of FIFA 14, but I will definitely be streaming heavy once FIFA 14 is actually dropped. So if you want to follow my stream now, to know when I go live, you can follow me on twitch.tv at AirJapesFIFA. Zakir Hassan says, talk dirty to me. Oh, I could do that. Alright, Thomas, or Grinley Tom, or at Grinley Tom, or Thomas Grinley, one of the above. Who will win the UCL this year? That's easy. Bayern, of course, is going to win the Champions League. Let's see, at 4List4Y4N. I'm sure that is actually supposed to be something, but why you started YouTube and how you became famous. Why did I start YouTube? So I started YouTube, truth be told, because I wanted to see if a world audience would listen to an American talk about soccer, and I thought that FIFA would be an easy jumping off point. Now some of you guys are like, you just called it soccer, that can't, I can't listen to that one way or another. I can't even listen to that then. However, I would encourage you guys to go learn where the word soccer got its origin. It actually comes from a little place in England. I believe Oxford is the root of where it came from. So don't blame us Americans for using the term soccer. We actually got it from the English. So a little fun fact right there. In the second part of the question was how you became famous. I don't necessarily think of myself as like JJ or KSI. He is famous. He's on a totally different plane now where he's recognized playing pro footballers, this is and that's crazy. So if he's asking how I grew my channel, I just tried to come up with unique series ideas and make the content good gameplay and make it entertaining. So that's about as simple as I can get with that. At Ben Denham 69 says, what Legends cards are you most looking forward to getting your hands on? That's a tricky question. I think any one that I can get my hands on, I'll probably be pretty excited about. I don't know. You got a couple Germans in there that I think I'd like to get my paws on, so that'll probably be that. At Harry Cartwright, do you see Spurs as potential title contenders with the quality they have bought with the Bale money, assuming he's gone? I don't know about title contenders, but they definitely should make a very, very strong push for the top four, in my most humble opinion, of course. And actually, I think with the Bale money, they've done a really decent bit of business. What's interesting about Spurs versus, say, Arsenal, and I'm not trying to dog and antagonize you Arsenal fans, but Spurs realize that Bale is going to be gone one way or another this season or next season, and so in preparation for that, they are buying players now so that when he's gone, the impact is not felt as much. It's different. You might say, and Arsenal fans will say, well, when we let RVP go, we had Giroud, Podolski, Cazorla, all these guys coming in, and that's true. But those guys are not, your Lamela and your Willian. yet. Maybe Santi Cazorla's kind of up there on that level, but Giroud is not going to be a world-class striker. I mean, he's a good striker, but he's not going to be a world-class striker anytime soon. Podolski, he's been good for Germany. He's had a terrible club. I don't know. When he was at Bayern, he was bad. When he left, he was better, and then he's gone to Arsenal. He had a solid season last year, but he's not going to be this player that another club's going to come in and want to say, hey, I want to pay double his price in a few years. Now, Lamela or even Willian, on the other hand, could be, they're still young and have the potential to be just absolutely ridiculous, especially Lamela, one of the brightest young prospects, I'd say, out there right now. And if he comes in for Spurs, he gives them, you know, I don't know how well he's going to translate to the Premier League, but he has the potential to be absolutely ridiculous. He was very, very good for Roma this past season. Moving on. So that covered a lot of the Spurs questions. There are quite a few of those. At the boy Tador says Timo or Trindamere. I don't prefer either of those. And this is a League of Legends question. Those guys are champions or heroes in League of Legends. I prefer playing different lanes and not playing either of those. I suppose Timo, though, because Trindamere is just annoying. Timo's quite funny in his own right. And I also hate the little rat. So we'll leave it at that. Good chance for Bayern to win the treble again. Of course. Yasa Shalani says, why are you not in the Hub League? I was not asked to be in the Hub League. Thus, I am not in the Hub League. So there's that. And we'll scroll on down because there were just 100 and something more interactions coming in, so we'll get there. Let's see. If I was in Ultimate Team, what card would I be? Gold, silver, bronze ratings. I would most definitely be a bronze player. I'd probably be like a 20 overall, the lowest rated in the game. Because frankly, I'm just not up to par with a lot of these pro guys. Not anymore. Maybe back in my heyday, I would have been like a 40 rated bronze or something. But to compare yourself to guys in foot and think that you'd be, you know, anywhere above even the worst players is kind of crazy. Favorite FIFA player ever, and that's from at Puyol, please. I'm not sure if you're referring to like actual like FIFA player, like guys that have won the Interactive World Cup, or just guys on or players to use on FIFA. I think if it's players to use on FIFA, my favorite one that I always go back to, I think it was FIFA 10 Ultimate Team. There was an Inform 88 Jan Gorkuf that was just silly to use and so much fun. Raw Williams _5116. Do you ever curse? Fuck yeah, I do. It comes out not so often. I try not to, but there you go. You got me cursing, and what's done is done. Thoughts on Arsene Wenger and now how his transfer policy this season. Okay. I think, and I like Arsenal as a club. I very much enjoy watching them play. The first ever BPL kit that I was given was the old Arsenal Dreamcast kit. So they were the first team other than maybe Manchester United and Chelsea that like came to my mind when I was watching games on TV, because for a long time, Man U and Chelsea were like the teams shown on TV here in the States. But his transfer policy, I don't so much think of it as just Arsene's transfer policy. I think he's got a very interesting situation with the way the board is. The board, I think, has become happy with the profits that they make. And from a business perspective, Arsenal make Champions League every year, so they get Champions League money. Now, they're not winning trophies and titles, which is terrible for the fans. In this day and age, it's just about winning. However, they're still filling up that stadium. They're still making tons of money. They're selling their players on. They're buying young players for less and then selling them for more. So the club as a whole seems like it's very, very profitable. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Emirates is the second or third largest stadium in England. So they're definitely bringing profit in. And so I think Arsene's kind of encouraged in one ear, hey, we want you to win the title, but let's stay profitable. We love making money. And then, you know, he's got this whole fans and media where it's just like, we want to pay to see this winning team. Like, what are you doing? Win us some games, please. And we want to win titles, not just games. So go buy players. You know, you tell us that Falcao could be a possibility, that, you know, Higuain could be a possibility, and then we bring in a free transfer. Mind you, I think he's a pretty good free transfer to bring in, but he's not going to be starting right away. He's not going to be making an incredible, you know, top signing impact right away. You're not going to bring him right into your squad and say, this is the guy that's going to change things and bring us back up to that level that we were at before. So I think it's a very, very unique and difficult situation. And there's no doubt Arsene Wenger has probably been the best manager that Arsenal's ever had. So I believe he deserves... If they don't bring in anybody big in this window, and they're not top 6 come January, it's probably his time. Because then at that point, it'll just have been a huge, huge, huge error not bringing someone in the summer. Anyways, that's just my thoughts on Arsenal, so we shall leave it at that. Do I think the newly announced 4-2-3-1 with right mids and left mids will become the 3-5-2 of FIFA 14? It's impossible to tell at this point because you don't know how the game's going to come out. However, I'm freaking thrilled that the 4-2-3-1 with left mids and right mids is finally a possibility. Oh my gosh, I can play Franck Ribéry and Arjen Robben now as my outside midfielders. You know, with a center forward and a center forward attacking mid and 2 DMs. Finally, like, finally. It's just one of my biggest pet peeves for the long time. At the Dan Gamble, and this is Mr. Footwiz, asks, how you finding it uploading regularly again? And there are gonna be a few of you trolls that are like, he doesn't even upload regularly. And I'm finding it enjoyable again. Now, I'm uploading essentially what I want to upload and what I feel like. Now, I tossed around that idea of a schedule, but that, at the time, was just, like, impossible to keep up with. And it was largely the weekend episode. Like, the one for the money and Deck Decider take ages to record. Like, ages to get everything right for that. So trying to, you know, keep up with that was very, very difficult. And then the challenge with Matt HC Gamer, which we're still planning on doing, we have just been like this and like that with schedules and like something like that, and all over the place. And it's made it difficult, but we're still planning on doing it. It should be entertaining. We've got some intro stuff recorded for it that'll be really, really cool. Let's see, how excited are you for FIFA 14 on a scale of 1 to 10? I'd say I'm a 14. Ha 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 ha. They're pun intended. Have you ever been to Egypt? I have not. That was from Gooner_86. Why haven't you done a Q&A in ages? That's from Drake Vanderlei. That's because I felt like I needed to make sure that FIFA content was the focal point of my channel, even though I love doing these Q&As. And I prefer I guess not prefer, but almost have like show style stuff like you'd see on like a Kick TV. I like doing that stuff best. So I'm working on getting some gears so I can maybe sort of incorporate that stuff into my channel as well, which would be cool. Or at least I think it would be cool. Ben Holler at Firein_ says, how is at Blahai so bad? He's referring to League of Legends. I have honestly no idea how he's so bad, but he's just terrible. He lost a 1v1 to the Northwind, and that's all I gotta say. Let's see. Who do you fancy to win the Premier League this year? That's from Dizosaurus. I think that right now it's between... Wow, I don't know. Man City looks really good too. I want to say... My gut originally said Chelsea. However, unless Chelsea brings a striker in, I think they might have trouble getting that clutch goal from a number 9. Because I just don't... Fernando, I think, is a good player, but he just doesn't do it for me. Now, Lukaku, by the end of the season, could just be an absolute monster and handful, and he's shown he can score goals in the BPL. And, you know, with West Brom, I believe it was last year, but he might be the guy at the end of the season that everybody's talking about. You know, your young player of the year, possibly, if he gets the chance. But right now, seeing the Chelsea game, the free flow from their attacking midfielders is ridiculous. I do not envy anybody trying to keep up with that. However, Torres, they need that number 9, but I think Chelsea is very, very good. Manchester United, What's changed? Not too much. They could use, some bolstering in their midfield, I think, but they'll definitely be up there contending because it's not like RVP, unless he gets injured, which he's had injury problems in the past, it's not like he's going to stop scoring anytime soon. The goals that he scored were just ridiculous. They kind of came out of nothing, and then the next thing you know, the ball was in the back of the net. Just an unbelievable striker right now. And then Manchester City looks really good, and they have strikers that are willing to get forward and are willing to score, and their midfield is deep. Now, there'd been talk of Arsenal signing Michael Richards, but I don't think that's going to happen, especially with Nastasic out right now. I think that Pellegrini needs the depth at defense, and Richards has played center back before, quite a few years ago now, but he's also, you can employ him on the right side, no problem. But I think City look really, really good, and Dzeko, for me, looked unbelievable in that game. Even though he didn't score, and I know it's a striker's job to score goals, he was willing to make, his movement was good, his passing was good, he brought other players into the game really well, and people forget, he's 6'4", he's Ibrahimovic's size, essentially, and he moves very, very well. And now he looks fully comfortable in a team with a coach that's confident in him, which has always been, like when he was in the Bundesliga, Wolfsburg coach was fully confident in Dzeko and told him that he was like the greatest striker in the world. And Dzeko, I think, just needs that confidence, and he wants to be that starter. When he came off the bench in past years, scored a goal for City off the bench, he's like, whatever, I should have been starting anyway, so this goal is like, I don't know. But those are my three teams. If I had to pick one right now, Manchester City, I think. Yeah, I think their squad's too deep to fail at this point in time. Do you have a girlfriend, or are you still bang Rachel? I do not have a girlfriend, and no comment on the other one. We'll leave it at that. But no, I do not still bang Rachel. Nor did I ever bang Rachel, or did I? We'll leave it at that. You guys, let the speculation begin. Are you going to post this YouTube Q on YouTube? What do you think of Bayern's midfield position, and who would you play over who? That's from Alinio_49. Bayern's midfield is ridiculous. Their depth is absurd. I honestly, ask me come the start to Bayern's Champions League campaign who I would play, because right now I don't know. You gotta include Schweinsteiger. I loved Javi Martinez last year, but then like Toni Kroos, Thiago, like where Götze? Come on. It's so tough, but it's so good. So what a good problem to have. Let's see. Is pace still a huge advantage in FIFA? Not. If you're referring to 13, then yes, of course. If you're referring to 14, I'm sure that'll probably be. I'm sure that'll probably be the case as well. Oh. What kind of question is that? Let's see. What do you think of all the new FIFA 14 features and the new formations? It's freaking awesome. EA has done a fantastic job of increasing Ultimate Team's continued playability. Now, when you look at games that never go stale, they're the games where things are constantly changing. They've got a lot of detail, a lot of depth. And FIFA or EA has only increased that. So I think it's a fantastic job, and it'll increase the time that people can play FIFA before they burn out on it. In your opinion, which club do you think has won this transfer window? If Spurs signed their 2 players, they have definitely won as far as the BPL is concerned. Are you streaming on Twitch? Not right now. Let's see. Am I going to Eurogamer? No, I wish I was, but I'm not. Thank you, Kara. Were you supposed to be in season 1 of the Hub? Remember you saying you were working on a new project with some YouTubers. That was a while back, and that's something that I would like to kind of get going again, but we'll have to see how it plays out if the YouTubers are still up for it when the new FIFA 14 rolls around. Consumable pile unlimited. It's cool. It's all good. Yeah. So Legends with Foot, what do I think of that? That's from @KylePaul. And let's see how many minutes I'm at right here. So we're on 19. This is a long Q&A, and I don't even know if I'm going to put packs behind this, because 20 minutes of packs is kind of boring. I might just put actually I think I'm going to just upload it like this. what is my opinion on Legends in Foot? I have mixed feelings, and I want to know how they're going to do Legends. Like, is there going to be one released a week? Are they going to be in packs all the time? There's a lot of details that I think we're waiting to hear about for how Legends will be in Foot, because I really don't know what I think about it yet. And I know they've had like Legend-ish cards in other Ultimate teams, and some have worked out really well, and others have been kind of terrible, or just not that great. So I don't know. We'll wait to see. At Adsy says, if you come to the UK, would you come to Birmingham? And if you do, would you let fans meet you as you live in America? If I come to the UK, I don't know where Birmingham is. If I come to the UK, it would probably be to London. And if you're in the London area and you see me or you know what I'm doing, I'm perfectly happy meeting fans and all you guys. I think it's really cool. It's fun to meet the people, I guess, on the other side of the computer, a world away. I think that's really, really cool. So, yeah, that's my answer to that question. All right. This is an interesting question, and it's from Joshua, or at Trolling YouTube, which is, for a question like this, that's not a very, the username and the question don't go hand in hand. Are you perfectly content with your life right now? Like, is there something you want to go but never had the chance? Like, something I'm assuming he meant something you want to do but never had the chance. And for me, it's more of a philosophy. It's a lot easier to say, what if? So, if I just done this in the past, or if I done that, but you cannot let yourself be caught up in, I guess, what would be past mistakes or past regrets. So for me, the things that I regret most might be, I guess, the things that I've said no to in the past, or opportunities that I've turned down. Because even if you've had an experience and and it's a poor experience, you get past it, you get on with it. But if you end up wondering what the experience is like, then you're going to stick with that wonder for a really, really long time. That's just my experience, though. All right. Let's see. Will you have LM, CM, and RM in the new 4231? Probably. Do you have a dog? If not, would you like one? Heck yeah, I would love a dog. We've always had Australian Shepherds in my family, and I would absolutely love one. All right. That is, I think, where we're going to leave it, because a lot of these questions now are repeat questions. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this Q&A, then leave a like or let me know in the comments. If you have more questions for me, I'll probably troll through the comments and see if I can answer some of them. Not in a trolly way, but just kind of, trolling like you'd be fishing through the comments, and see if there's a few that I can pick out and answer that I might have missed or skipped over in this. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I have EPs of both head-to-head and my Prepare for FIFA 14 that are ready to go. I also have a cool special EP tomorrow with a certain American in mind that you guys will have to tune in and check out. It should be cool, though. So make sure to tune in for that if you did enjoy this, blah, 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 blah. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.